Today's yoga practice begins with a story, a wolf story, a wild wolf story. It's a good one, about instinct. So you'll have to bring your instinctual soul along for this one. Old Father Academe, like Kronos, often forgets about the astonishing. So I suggest put your over-intellectualizing aside for now, for it can obscure the patterns of our instinctual nature. To understand stories, it's better we go inside them. And you should probably bring your Shakti soul too. Shakti? Oh, she's divine feminine energy. But don't worry, you don't have to be a woman to hear and feel this story. Shakti is in us all. Are you ready? Let's lean in. Blow on the fire. It's better to gather around this fire anyway. Take a deep breath. Blow. Let's dive in.
Holy, 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 holy are we. Sapphire and perfume, born royalty. Holy, 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 holy am I. Oil on my skin, fire in my eyes. Holy, 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 holy are we. Sapphire and perfume, born royalty. Holy, 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 holy am I. Oil on my skin, fire in my eye, in my eye, in my eye.
There is an old woman who lives in a hidden place that everyone knows in their souls, but few have ever seen. She calls herself by many names: La Hussera, Bone Woman, La Trapera, the Gatherer, and her favorite, La Loba, Wolf Woman. The sole work of La Loba is the collecting of bones. She creeps and crawls and sifts through the montañas, the mountains, and arroyos, dry riverbeds, looking for bones. She collects and preserves, especially that which is in danger of being lost to the world. Her cave is filled with the bones of all manner of desert creatures, but her specialty is wolves. La Loba knows we all began as a bundle of bones, lost somewhere in a desert, a dismantled skeleton that lies under the sand. If you are lucky to find her, she won't stop to greet you. She stays deep in her work. Instead, join her. It is our work to recover all the parts, and it is a painstaking process, best done when the shadows are just right. Ow! This is where the human spirit meets the wild, meets the spirit of wolf. La Loba lives in the place where mind and instincts mingle, perfectly balanced, half in and half out of the creative fire. She has no time for anything else, no desire for anything to walk around half dead. So she points us towards the indestructible life force, the bones, gathers the bones, for in the bones lies the beautiful, instinctual, wildish self. This is a story of resurrection, and of some magic too. For La Loba, after she has assembled all the pieces of the skeleton, when the last bone is in place and the white sculpture is laid out before her, she sits by the fire and thinks about what song she will sing. And when she is sure, she begins.
Holy, 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 holy are we. Sapphire and perfume, born royalty. Holy, 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 holy am I. Oil on my skin,
La Loba sings over the bones she has gathered. To sing means to use the soul voice. It means to say on the breath the truth of one's power and one's need, to breathe soul over the thing that is ailing, in need of restoration. When we sing, we descend into the deepest mood of great love and feeling, till our desire for relationship with the wildish self overflows. That is singing over the bones. And then at once it begins to happen. The rib bones and leg bones of the wolf begin to flesh out, and the creature becomes furred. And as La Loba watches, more of the creature comes into being. Its tail curls upward, shaggy and strong. And still La Loba watches, and the wolf creature begins to breathe. The earth floor shakes as the wolf moves, explores, and comes alive. And then the wolf truly opens its eyes, leaps up and runs away down the canyon to the ocean. Somewhere in its running, whether by its stunning speed, or by a splash at the edge of the ocean, or by way of a ray of sunlight or moonlight, the wolf is suddenly transformed into a laughing woman who runs free toward the horizon. You can dent the soul and bend it. You can hurt it and scar it. You can leave the marks of illness upon it and the scorch marks of fear. But it does not die, for it is protected by La Loba. Within us is the old one who collects bones. Within us there are the soul bones of this wild self. Within us is the potential to be fleshed out again as the creature we once were. Within us are the bones to change ourselves and our world. Within us is the breath and our truths and our longings. Together they are the song, the creation hymn we have been yearning to sing. Sing and howl, the instinctual song, the soul song, the wolf song. So remember, if you wander the desert and it is near sundown and you are perhaps a little bit lost and certainly tired, that you are lucky, for La Loba may take a liking to you and show you something. And I suggest go with her and gather the bones. Storytelling is a bit of a ritual unto itself. As we prepare now for the yoga practice, feel free to bring in some ritual. Perhaps light a candle, gather stones, or even bones, and perhaps even wine. The flow is a Shakti one today. Shakti is the divine feminine, and she is dedicated to the sensual. And so enjoy the tastes, the sounds, the sensations throughout this flow. Shakti energy exists within each of us and invites us to tap into all the sensations, meet that wildish soul within. And I don't mean wild in some crazy definition of the word. I mean wild, as in deeply in tune with the sacred, natural order of things, our instinctual nature. We will be dancing with cycles today, symbolized by the number 3. Come to stand and reach your arms up above your head. Feel free to hold a treasured something if you would like. Turn in a slow circle towards the left representing the feminine. When you have completed one cycle, take a breath and begin again, slow and steady, circulating all the way around, taking in your whole landscape. As you circle, perhaps you may wake up a wolf or two along the way. Gather your hands slowly towards your heart. Lift your heart to meet your hands. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So I am blessed to be joined by 2 Shakti sisters for today's flow, and a wee wolf who will weave himself in from time to time, I'm sure. Before we take our 3rd circle towards the left, let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears, get long through the sides of the body, and draw your shoulders down your back. Another one like that. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, lengthen, and exhale, soften. Let's take a moment in our Tadasana mountain pose to breathe in the landscape, the inner and the outer landscape, so that we are aware of that in which we dance. Reach your arms up above your head, get nice and long, and we'll begin to take that 3rd cycle towards the left, slow and steady, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to turn, radiating out from center, feeling connected to the earth as we reach our fingertips and perhaps our heart, lifting the chin up towards the sky. When you have come full circle, gather your hands slowly towards your heart. Lift your heart to meet your hands. Another wee bow to self and to the Shakti practice ahead. Begin to stretch out into star, toes slightly pointed out, arms wide. Exhale to come down into goddess, elbows bend, knees bend. Hold here for a moment, drawing the knees out wide, lifting the heart. Now inhale, extend back into star, and turn towards the left, setting up warrior 2. Take a breath here. Then flip your front palm and inhale, exhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky, exalted warrior. Bend deeply into your front knee, breathe into the left side of the body. Now begin to straighten your front leg. When you are ready, reach forward and lengthen into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And perhaps turn your gaze up towards your right arm. Now we're going to play with that cycle of 3. Sweep your top arm back past the hip and in front of the body, full circle. There's 1. We'll do 2 more. There's 2. Circulating through the shoulder, past the heart. 1 more. Nice big cycles. And then a little reach through the fingertips, opening through the heart. Gorgeous. Come back into your warrior 2. Full inhale and exhale here. And windmill your arms to frame your front foot. Lower the back knee down to the mat or beach. Reach your arms up towards the sky. A low crescent lunge. Frame your front foot. Press back to a downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the practice, so take a breath here. And no rush. Come to a high plank, top of a push-up. Lower your knees down to the ground. Lower your heart down. And we'll lift into a low cobra. The heart can lift up towards the sky. And we'll press back into a child's pose. Just get a bit of stretching through the back of the heart here. And honoring the earth wherever you are. Enjoy this landscape. Humble bow to your landscape. Come back up to tabletop. And when you are ready, tuck your toes and lift your hips back into a downward facing dog. Now we'll step the right foot forward. And this time reach your arms up with the back knee lifted. Of course, lower it down as needed. We're going to set ourselves up for a twist. Bring the left hand to the inside of the right knee. And here are those cycles again, 3 times, just like we did in Trikonasana. That right arm cycling through, lubricating the muscles around the joints. An expression of all the cycles of life. Another breath in the twist. And frame your front foot to press back into a downward facing dog. It is fun to flow in a dress. Step your left foot forward and come into a wide-legged forward fold. So now the toes angle in a little bit here. Shake the head, nod the head. And when you are ready, press back up into star and squat down into goddess, elbows wide, knees wide. Beautiful. Let's inhale into star. And we'll turn towards the right, coming into our warrior 2 on the right side. Bend deeply into the right knee. Flip your front palm and take your exalted warrior on the right side, breathing through the whole right side of the body. And let's extend the right leg, setting ourselves up for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stay long through the right side of the body. Lengthen. Right hand down towards the shin, left arm up towards the sky. Preparing for our cycle of 3s here. Reaching the left arm back towards the hip, sweeping it in front of the body. And 2 more cycles here. So nice. I'm giggling. One of the beautiful women joining me today is Sarah in the back, who is a gymnastics coach. Check it out. She is doing the splits. Amazing. We're here to push our edges and get inspired. Good. Let's frame the front foot. Press back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And when you are ready, we'll cycle through a flow. Inhale, come to your high plank. You can choose. Lower your knees down or not. Lower down halfway or all the way. Lift through the heart. Offer your beautiful heart. And bring it home to a downward facing dog. Facing uphill now, a little bit of harder work here. Good, let's step the left foot forward between the hands and reach the arms up, setting up for a crescent lunge, runner's lunge. So again, you choose. If you prefer to have the back knee lowered down, absolutely, no problem. Offer the heart, deepen into the front knee bend. And we'll be setting up for the twist here on this side. When you're ready, take your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. And here's the twist. Bringing out the organs, bringing out the muscles along the spine. And we'll take those 3 cycles again, the cycle of 3s. A little pause to readjust. Anytime you need to do that, feel free. You can always join in wherever we're at, wherever you're at. 3 cycles through the left shoulder. Beautiful. And when you are ready, frame your front foot and press back to a downward facing dog. We'll step the right foot forward, turn towards center, setting up a wide-legged forward fold again. Remember, toes point slightly inwards. And then reach up into star, readjust the feet, toes pointing outwards to come into goddess. It's a dance. And speaking of dance, we're going to dance into Skandasana. Bring your hands to the inside of your right knee and extend through your left leg. Left heel rooting down, left toes pointing up. We're going to stay low for this first round. Walk the hands across, bend into your left knee and extend through the right heel. There's one. There's two. Skandasana means to strike, striking back and forth. One more. Now let's do 3 more. You can stay with the hands low on the ground or lift up a little higher. Here we go, 3 times. Deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend into the left. Root down through the right heel, get that stretch. 1 more, inhale up. Exhale, down. Gorgeous. Now let's turn towards the left knee. And we missed this pose a little while ago. But in true Shakti style, we can trust our instinctual nature and know we'll remember it when we need to. All right, take that low crescent lunge. Beautiful. And then frame your front foot. Press back to a downward facing dog. Okay, let's come to a high plank. And this time lower yourself slowly all the way down to your belly. We're going to set up with a bit of a juicier back bend. Take the tops of the feet, reach behind you. You can also take the ankles. We've got a gymnast in our midst there in the back. She's going to lift that heart nice and high. There she goes. My goodness, inspiring. We're pushing back with the feet, lifting the toes up, taking that back bend. And then coming out slowly, reach the right arm forward and the right toes back, but keep holding on to the left foot. We'll do a little lengthening through the right side as we keep kicking the left toes back. And we'll plan to do the other side. Reach the right arm back, sweep the left arm forward, the left toes back, and another lift. Draw the belly in, lift through the heart, stretch through the left fingers and the left toes. And then to release, we'll bring the palms underneath the shoulders, lift through the heart, low cobra or up dog. Offer the heart and bring it back to a downward facing dog. Awesome. Good. Let's step the right foot forward. Come into that wide-legged forward fold again. Setting up for star, reach up, angle the toes out, and come into goddess. Elbows bend, knees bend. Inhale back up to star. Exhale down to goddess. 1 more for that cycle of 3s. Inhale, exhale, squat down. We'll hold here for just a moment. Open the heart, elbows wide. Now straighten into star and turn towards the right now for warrior 2. We're going to get a little bit playful here. Take eagle arms. Wrap the right arm underneath the left. You can wrap forearms together or reach for shoulders, your choice. And we're going to cycle through the inside of the right knee all the way back and back forward. There's 1. There's 2. Keep pressing bicep into tricep, opening through the back of the heart as we cycle through. There's 3. Well done. And then get ready to bust out warrior 2. Beautiful expansion through the arms. We're going to set up bent knee triangle here. You can take your right elbow to the right thigh or hand arm to the inside of the leg and begin to cycle with the left arm like we've done before. Check it. This time we're cycling the other direction. You can choose your own direction. Oh, and if you fall out or end up doing the splits in the flow, just perfect. Good. We'll end in an extended side angle, reaching from the right heel out through, the left heel out through the left fingertips. Beautiful stretch through the left side of the body. And then come back up into Warrior Two. Bring your hands to the inside of the right knee. Here is Skandasana. Remember this? We're doing it again. A cycle of 3s. Here we go. Inhale up. Remember, you can stay low if you'd like to. And there's 2 inside of the right knee. Inhale up. Exhale down to the inside of the left knee. And then we'll turn towards the left knee and set ourselves up right away into Warrior Two here, facing towards the left. Left arm now dances underneath the right, setting up eagle arms. Here is that cycle towards the left. So again, you can always grab shoulders if that's easier. Circle to the inside of the left knee and cycle around. There's 1. There's 2. Nice. If you fall out of this one, that's pretty normal. Good. Beautiful. And then expand. Spread your wings. Set up for your bent knee triangle, which becomes a cycle. So again, that right arm is cycling towards the face first, but if you prefer to do the other direction, all good. Flow with your own cycle. Come into extended side angle now from the right heel out through the right fingertips, long through the right side of the body. Here's our Warrior Two. Now windmill your arms to the inside of your left knee. Here is our Skandasana. Remember, root down through the right heel, long through the inner right thigh. You can always walk the hands low or reach up high. Skandasana 1. Inhale up. Skandasana 2. Great for the hips. And 1 more. Towards the right, root down through the left heel, stretch through the left side. We'll turn towards the right. Press back to a downward facing dog. Now inhale, come to your high plank. And you can lower knees down or not as you slowly lower yourself all the way down to the ground again. This time we're going to set up Sphinx pose. So the forearms are down on the ground in front of you. And we're going to flow with that cycle of 3s. Lift through the heart and fold down. As you lift through the heart, if you'd like to straighten your arms, go ahead, stretch through the toes, and melt the heart down. Now let's do 1 more. Lift and hold. Offer the heart. Draw the belly in. Lengthen from toes out through the top of the head. And when you melt down, slowly bring your palms underneath your shoulders, and we'll press all the way back to a child's pose, sealing the practice, the standing flow series, with the forehead touching the earth. Now we'll come onto our backs. Just a couple of final poses here on our backs before our final Shavasana. Look at the sun setting. It's coming to the end of our practice. We'll have a couple final bust out poses. Gosh, when you've got a flowing dress or skirt for your practice, you gotta finish in style. Okay, but readjust it as you need to, of course. Okay, we're gonna set up for a low bridge or a wheel. So I will guide us all through low bridge first, and we'll flow this one 3 times, and then you can choose to hold your low bridge or come into wheel. Bend your knees and plant your feet behind your hips and bring your palms beside your hips. Lift the hips up and exhale, lower them back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, press through the forearms, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Belly draws in, really press down through the palms, offer the heart, lift the hips, and lower down. Now here you choose your own adventure. You can set up your low bridge again or set right up for wheel. Sarah in the back is doing her wheel right away. Hands come beside her ears. I'm setting up a low bridge. Andrina, I should have introduced her earlier. That's Andrina beside me. She and I are starting with low bridge. She's going to stay in her low bridge, and then I am coming into my wheel. So from bridge, I can plant my hands beside my ears. Working towards straightening your legs, but no rush. And if you want to play a little bit, Sarah's lifting up a leg. A little bit of badass Shakti in the flow here. Right on, sister. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly lower back down. Let's do one final pose here on each side. A little twist to wring out those back bends and all of those cycles. We'll take the right knee in towards the chest and then cross it across the body. Stretch out with the right arm. Let's play with a cycle of threes here too. Reaching the arm up and over the head in a rainbow kind of shape. A little semicircle here. 3 times. 1, 2, last one, 3. And then melt into your twist. Soften the shoulders, let the hips and the leg get heavy, deepening into the twist simply by letting go. Feel your bones. And we'll do that on the other side. Left knee draws in. Bring it across the body. Stretch out with the left arm. And then the cycle of threes here. So if you want to do a full circle around the body, you are more than welcome. I'm doing a semicircle up and over 3 times. You can kind of tap into that instinctual nature and see what the body is asking for. And then let's play with that on this side. Feel the weight of the bones. The bones of the legs, of the arms, even the skull. Letting the weight of the bones bring you in connection to the earth and expanding into this final stretch before our final pose of Shavasana. And let's get set up. Any final readjustments you need to do? I think Andrina got something in her eye. The blessing and curse of being outside when you practice. So fuss. Do whatever fussing you need. I encourage it to set yourself fully into your Shavasana. And when you are ready, close the eyes. Soften everything. Let go into the shape of no shape. Surrender into this part of the cycle, which is that of rest. And in this deep place of rest, trust you are sacred. Trust you are holy. All is well. All is at peace.
Holy, 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 holy am I. Oil on my skin, fire in my eyes. Holy, 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 holy are we. Sapphire and perfume, born royalty. Holy, 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 holy am I. Oil on my skin, fire in my eye.
Slowly start to wiggle your fingers. Let the rhythm slowly bring you back up to a seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Land in your seat, sealing the practice with palms together, We'll bring the thumbs, the palms to the third eye, bowing to that instinctual nature. There's our wolf reminding us of that wolf spirit within. And when you are ready, honoring the practice, rub your palms together. Reach the palms up towards the sky, shake it out, and bust it out. Yahoo! Beautiful practice. Give your wolf a big hug. Thank you for joining me on this Shakti flow, introduced by the story of Loba. May it remind us to return to our instinctive lives, our deepest knowing, to remember ourselves back to the wild soul. Let us sing our flesh back onto our bones, shed any false coats we have been given, don the true coat of powerful instinct and knowing. May we continue to practice, may we continue to sing, may we continue to howl. The wild wolf is in us all. Her bones are in each of us. Namaste.